sorry for the delay. I was trying to use Zoom webinar to do this, and it typically works. But of course, the one time I really need it and need to be on time, it wasn't working. So I wasn't able to stream to Facebook through Zoom, so I just have to use my phone, which is fine, but it's just made me late. So I am excited to be here. My name, for those who are maybe just joined the group, my name is Brianna Wilkerson. I'm a health and life coach, essential oils advocate, and CrossFit Level 1 trainer. And really excited that this month we are focusing on nutrition. I'm kind of really leading the Women in the Healthy Body Academy, which I'll talk a little bit more about in the end, which is my paid coaching program, through how they can really nourish their body with food. And so I thought it would just be helpful for everyone here in the free group, the Healthy Body community, to kind of just, for me to just share a few tips that I was sharing with the ladies so you can get a base understanding if nutrition is something you really want to work on in this new year. You can kind of get some tools to go forward. But of course, if you want that higher level coaching, support, accountability, resources, and tools, the Healthy Body Academy is where you're going to find that. So before I get started, I'm going to just make sure I'm in the right group. But if you're watching the replay, if you're joining me live, feel free to say hello, introduce yourself, let me know you're here, and would love to just interact with you as we go along. Make sure I'm in the group. I am. Okay, great. All right, so I labeled this 5 steps to a nutritious diet. Because I think at the core of what we want when it comes to having this healthy body and healthy life is to nourish our bodies. So there's 7 pillars of what I call a healthy body, and this is why I talk about everywhere. My podcast, Healthy Body Podcast, Healthy Body Academy, Healthy Body Community, Healthy Body Challenge, Healthy Body Resources, because I really believe most women want to overcome yo-yo dieting, honor their bodies, and get a healthy body they love and they're proud of. And 7 pillars of a healthy body, 7 areas to look at, is nutrition, exercise, stress, digestion, sleep, toxic load, and mindset and habits. And nutrition is the core of it, right? Like, you can't have a healthy body if you're not nourishing your body. And that's what nutrition really means. It means to nourish your body. And there are many ways to do that. Rest, all those other areas, things that I was talking about. But primarily what we're going to talk about is how can you nourish your body with food and drink. And again, if you're on with me live, hey Miss Lawrence, hope you're doing well. Say hello and feel free to leave comments and ask questions throughout. I don't want to take up too much time because I know I'm a little bit behind, but I want to go through these 5 steps and then at the end share an opportunity for you to get further support in nutrition and all these areas of a healthy body in my coaching program, the Healthy Body Academy. Okay, so step number 1. Ready? You need to ditch the diets goodbye and embrace the journey. So when it comes to your health, and I mean long-lasting health and long-lasting change in your health, you cannot just think you're going to do a 30-day fix, 30-day cleanse, or 3-month program, and you drastically change your diet, and then expect for that to just last long term. Because what happens for most of us, we go through some extreme challenge, extreme diets, and we change our whole lifestyle for a period of time. We get the results we want, but then we're not sure how to eat after that. And I talked about this in the Healthy Body Academy this month, like the history of our diets over time. And diet is not just keto or paleo or all that. It's the way that you typically eat and the way that sometimes your culture eats. So diet is just what you're eating, your drink throughout your daily life. Most of us women know that diets are other things. We tend to call diets like this program where I'm going to be deprived. I'm not, all those different things. So when I say ditch diets, I mean ditch that diet. Ditch those, quick fix diets that call you to drastically change your eating plan and your life and that aren't sustainable. And when I mean embrace the journey, you got to embrace the journey and work on changing one thing at a time. And by doing that, I promise you, it may take longer to see or feel the results that you want, but you're just going to be building one habit and one change at a time till there will come a point where it is second nature for you to eat a certain way or to live a certain way. So what I want you to do, the first step is that you need to just say goodbye to counting calories. You need to say goodbye to like just this mentality of deprivation, this mentality of like, I need to eat this way to maintain or fix myself. We want to start to approach food from a nourishing mentality. How can I, like, it is an act of love. It is an act of honor to really look at what you're eating and saying, this is not good for my body. It may taste good for me, but it's not good for my body, right? So we just want to ditch that mentality, but goodbye, so we can actually have a journey filled with a lot of progress in regards to our health, okay? Now, that doesn't mean you can't, you should not have restrictions. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying, get rid of the restrictions that aren't serving you, okay? So again, welcome if you're joining live. Feel free to say hello and interact throughout. So step 1, ditch the diets, goodbye, embrace the journey. Then because of that, you need to just, step 2, redefine what nutrition is. And I've been saying it multiple times, but what does it mean to eat nutritiously? What does it mean to have a nutritious diet? What does it mean to, what does it mean? It may be something different for you than it is to me, and I think that is the important thing. There are some basics, and we're going to talk about some basics, and I talk about the basics way more in the academy, but the basic thing is that what is nutrition? Nutrition is eating and drinking in such a way, or supplements, all those things, that your body is being nourished. So in order to know you need to know what nourishes your body. You need to know your body. You need to know what gives it the energy it needs, what helps rebuild your cells the way it needs, what helps your body communicate to all the different systems in the way it needs. You need to understand your body a little bit more so that you can redefine nutrition for you. Because what works for me may not work for you, okay? But at the core, nutrition is something that it means to nourish your body. Now, how the details of that play out in each of our lives is different, okay? And so the first step, again, is ditch diets, goodbye, embrace the journey. The second thing is to redefine nutrition. And I would say the third thing is, it's basic, many of us know about it, yet it's very hard to actually consciously get the amount we need, is to drink water. Your body is like 60 to 70% water. It is a crazy amount. You need water to balance the acid and the salt in your body. You need water to cleanse, just regularly cleanse and get rid of stuff in your body. You need water to nourish your skin, nourish your face, nourish your hair, to replenish it, because you're losing water all the time through sweat, through using the bathroom, all these different things. And so it's not just like, oh, I need to drink water. It's like, my body literally needs water. You can survive a certain amount of time without food, but you cannot survive like 2 or 3 days without some form of water. Okay, so it is not just we need to eat water to get full or, all that stuff. We need water literally to survive. And so you need to just figure out what's going to help you drink water. Is it carrying around a bottle all the time? Is it flavoring your water with things like lemon or essential oils? Is it having a water app to remind you to drink? Whatever it is, you just need to figure out what is going to help me drink the water that I need, my body needs, so I'm not dehydrated, so I'm hydrated in the way that I need. You got to figure that out. And in the academy, we talk about a few ways like that as well. But I don't want to prescribe it on you. I want you to really figure out what it is, because sometimes it's as simple as, I just need to carry around a water bottle and make sure it's like always full. And if it's not full, drink, all that sort of stuff. So step 1, ditch the diets, goodbye, embrace the journey. Step 2 is redefine nutrition. Step 3 is drink water. And then step 4, is focus on nutrients. And so what I mean by that is 2 main things. You need to focus on what we call macronutrients, and then focus on micronutrients. Macronutrients are where you would derive most of your calories, because you do need calories. Calories is a form of energy that we're consuming. But there's 3 macronutrients, and each of them have a different role within your body. There's carbohydrates, which is not just bread, rice, and all that pasta. Fruits and veggies are a carb. I will just say that. And some fruits probably have more carbs than. So carbs are not bad. You need carbohydrates, and I'll tell you why. You need them for energy. You need them for fuel. Your body needs, like I know when I haven't had enough carbohydrates for the day, I'll feel lethargic, I'll have a headache. It's because my body isn't getting that energy that it needs, okay? So there's different forms of getting those carbohydrates, but I will say I try to have the most whole foods possible in general through any of these things we're talking about, trying to get the most whole foods, meaning the least processed foods as possible in one place. And so I eat a lot of vegetables in my, like eggs, or like my husband's making cauliflower right now with our meal, fruits as snacks, all those sort of things. Those are my form of carbs. Now carbs too will be like sweet potatoes and yuca and cassava and plantain. Like those are what we call starchy carbs. So there's a balance of how much you need of all of that stuff, but that's not what most people need to focus on. Most of us need to focus on just eating those things, okay? So that's carbohydrates. Protein. Now, a lot of people are, moving towards more of a vegetarian or vegan. So your version of protein may come from things such as nuts, such as peas, all that sort of stuff. And peas and grains could serve as both a form of protein and carbohydrate. But I'm more of a getting it from like a meat or animal source. But again, if that's not you, then focus on learning how much you can get from a more vegetarian or vegan source. But you need protein. You need it more than just for your muscles. Your cells need it. Your internal structures, like the way that your body grows and repairs itself and builds itself, is through proteins, okay? So that is really important to get. And again, you can get it from different forms. There's eggs, there's different meats, there's stuff, and then there's vegetarian sources as well. And the third one would be fats. Okay, so fat does not make you fat. There was an age where we were told to eat no fat, sugar-free, fat-free, all those things free. But the issue is actually an excess of carbohydrates or sugar is what turns into fat in your body if your body can't use it. Like it is literally stored as fat. But fat is good because it, one, helps you feel full, but two, it transports different nutrients in your body to where it should go. Your body makes there's essential fatty acids, omega-3s, omega-6 that your body doesn't make, and you need to get them from your diet. But other healthy fat sources, avocado, nuts, olive oil, coconut oil, those are really good ones. You want to try to, again, stay away from processed or refined things like hydrogenation. Hydrogenated oil means they've added hydrogen in order to make it last longer. So it's not in its most natural form. So then thinking about that, like that's actually the first place. Not even thinking about micronutrients, thinking about macronutrients. How can I make sure my meals has a balance of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins? Start there. And if you just do that for at least one meal a day, you're going to be in a better place nutrient-wise. And then you do maybe 2 meals and then 3 meals, okay? So focus on macronutrients. Micronutrients are what we would call vitamins and minerals. Those are essential. Many of those are essential to our body functioning. And often because of when food is harvested, and just because it's like some of us only eat certain types of foods because those are the ones we like, you may be lacking a vitamin and mineral, even though you eat a completely whole food, clean diet. So then I would say you need to look for great other sources to supplement that. That's what supplements are for. They're not meant to replace fruits and vegetables and all that. They are meant to supplement, okay? And so I use doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I just love their supplements there, but you can find one that works for you. So that's for micronutrients. And then lots of fruits and vegetables and proteins and all that have a lot of micronutrients, which is awesome. Like strawberries, I think vitamin K, vitamin C, or one of those, right? So just by eating these whole natural macronutrients, you're going to get a lot of micronutrients. So that is what I'm talking about when I say focus on nutrients, is looking and working to see how can I eat more macronutrients, how can I eat more micronutrients. And it's harder to kind of get there in the beginning, and that's why actually we're going through a little challenge together in the academy later this month to kind of just look at what we're eating and track the nutrients. Are we eating a lot of macronutrients on a balanced meal? Are we eating micronutrients? And together figuring out which ones are we lacking and how can we improve that. So we're tracking food not for calorie purposes or all of that. We're tracking food for nutrient purposes, okay? And so I'll talk to you more about how you can get involved with the academy after. So step 1 was ditch diets and embrace the journey. Step 2 is redefine nutrition. Step 3 is drink water. Step 4 is focus on nutrients. And then step 5 is really like commit and be intentional. The biggest thing, and I know the biggest thing for most women when they're trying to eat more nutritiously and healthy, is that we tend to want, or we just tend to want an easy way. And I'm gonna say I used to want an easy way too, but it's not always easy. It takes us being intentional and planning and adjusting, but it takes being graceful with ourselves, that we don't get it perfect right away. Like when I started my journey years ago, when I really started my healthy body journey, not like ditching the diet journey, that was a long journey, and that led me to where I was then. I just came to a place where I'm like, I just want to do this one step at a time, and enjoy it, and really find joy. Like I literally, in the last 5 or 6 years, have found joy in taking care of myself. And that's weird because I didn't before. I used to see exercise and diets and nutrition coming from a place of, I need to fix what I've done wrong. I need to get my body to a place where it's acceptable. And when I started to say, you know what, like I deserve nutrition, I deserve just taking care of myself in this way, things shifted, and I allowed myself to go on the journey, my healthy body journey, one step at a time. All right, so you just need to commit. Like there's gonna take planning, it's gonna be an adjustment, but you have to just say, no, this is the year, this is the month, this is the day that I am going to rewrite my story and not let this year end in the way that it did last year. I'm gonna care for myself this year because I deserve it. And I want that healthy body. All right. So step 1 was ditching diets goodbye and embracing the journey. Step 2 was redefining nutrition for yourself. Step 3 was focusing on nutrients. Step 3 was drinking water. Step 4 was focusing on nutrients. And step 5 is to really commit to the process and being intentional. Okay. And so I just really, again, want to come from a place of encouraging you, like, it is an adjustment that this is going to be, whenever you want to create a new healthy pattern in your life, it's an adjustment. And sometimes this adjustment is easy for some people, and they're totally like self-starting, self-reliant, like can totally do it on their own. And even though sometimes you could do it on your own, sometimes it gets lonely. Like you want ideas to bounce off, and you want someone to just ask a question, and you want someone to celebrate when you drank water 3 times a day. Like you want that. And so the community is sometimes a very big aspect that I feel like it's missing from this healthy body journey, because I think often there's community for the short-term things we're doing, but not long-term. And I also think just the coaching and just being able to ask questions and someone helping you to go deeper into why something was particularly hard or why it went well. And so you can be able to understand yourself and understand the process and continue. And then also I just think content like teaching and education around this is really needed for women, because guess what? The media is not out to make you healthy. I want to cry because it's not. It is out to make money. Most health, like think about it, like just think about Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch, all of these, like literally those things are pure sugar. But what do they have on the box? Vitamin D, calcium, all these things. I don't want to like call people out. But what I'm just trying to say is that we need to empower ourselves to know what is nutrition and what is good for us, and not rely on other people. And I just love sharing what I've learned to really help women come to that place where they can actually know what's good for their bodies and good for them to become healthy. Okay? So I have seen that the 3 missing things are coaching, content, and community in regards to walking this nutrition journey, walking this healthy body journey. And those are the 3 things I am really providing in the Healthy Body Academy. So let me tell you about the Healthy Body Academy now. If you're interested in getting, women to walk alongside the journey with you in getting this healthy body that you love and you're proud of. So the Healthy Body Academy is coaching membership group community, meaning it's an ongoing membership online, where we just really journey together to like get past the dieting lifestyle and mentality, learn what it really means to honor our unique bodies and get that healthy body we love and we're proud of. And the ways that that I help facilitate this community is each month I offer a monthly masterclass or kind of training and resources around a particular topic. This month it's nutrition. Next month it's exercise, and then next month it's digestion or toxins. And so just really kind of supporting women in the content part, understanding and learning how they can uniquely care for their body and their families, right? And so I'm going to be doing that. The Academy started a few months ago. I'll be doing that for the first bit to kind of lay some foundation, but then there'll be guest experts who are experts in their particular topic, and they're going to come share with us their education around that. So content is one of the main ways that I support people, and through the monthly master classes, as well as the bonus thing is access to all my archive of trainings and resources that I've done in the past to really give women the education they need. And the second thing is coaching. So there's 2 live coaching sessions a month, kind of done similar to this in our private Facebook group, where I'm actually doing the first one for this month tomorrow, and that's more of a coaching and support session. So you've gone through the master class a bit, or you're trying to do something well for your health this month, and that is a session where you can ask questions, you can just share and get support and some coaching. And then the second session is usually at the end of the month, and it's what I would call a celebration and planning session, because I think the missing link also is that we don't celebrate what we've done well, and we just constantly focus on what we're not doing well. Now, when gratitude, and everyone who does gratitude or celebrating and rejoicing on something, when you do that, it boosts your confidence and your mentality so much more. It tells you can do anything, and you keep going. And then I want us to, though, also plan and, okay, so maybe this didn't go as well, so how can I adjust things for the next month so they can go well, right? And so that's what that session is all about. And so that's 2 coaching sessions, live coaching sessions a month. And then some bonuses are, there's a private Facebook group just for the women where they share, they ask questions. I do kind of daily posts to kind of prompt things, start some conversations. Some women go live in there to give their updates on how they're doing. And that's the real place. That's where you're going to get community. The third aspect is community, right? That's where you're going to get the community that you need to know that you're not alone, and that there are women there to support you in this journey, but also in life. Like, we share our life things too, and we get prayer, comfort, all that sort of stuff. And with that, there's an accountability partner. You can sign up to get one if you would like. And so it's just an all-encompassing, what I've seen in this missing thing, the aspect of women becoming healthy and really getting healthy bodies, is coaching, content, and community. And that is exactly what is provided in the Academy. So the Academy is open for enrollment, and actually from this moment until Friday, I'm doing a 3-day flash sale where you can get up to 20% off per month if you join. You can pay monthly, which is typically $47 US a month, or $470 US a year, and you save 2 months when you pay the year. Or you know, monthly, that works too. But for the next 3 days, I'm going to be offering it $37 US a month, or $370 per year. So that's about 20% off that you'll just pay monthly or yearly to be a part of the Academy. And it is, you could join for a few months, and if it serves you, if it's a great fit and you're like, I'm ready and kind of can be out on my own, that's totally up to you. There's no obligation for you to continue. But if you know that, like, actually going on the journey and having community to support you make one small change at a time, this is the place. This is where you're going to get the higher level coaching support. I don't do as much one-on-one coaching now because I'm working full-time as a managing director for a network of churches. But I want to still be able to serve women in this capacity through the Healthy Body Academy. So if you go to madewell345.com/healthybodyacademy, you'll learn a little bit more there. You'll see some testimonials, and also you'll be able to join for the next 3 days for 20% off, $37 US instead of $47 US per month. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I hope this was a really just I hope this was inspirational for you, encouraging for you, gave you some nuggets to think about as you think about nutrition. And all of these actually we're going over in the Academy this month, but there's actually more resources around it. The women are getting tons of recipes that have the macro and micronutrients. We're going to do a challenge together where we can track which vitamins we're actually having and which minerals we're having. And then there's like a nutrition journal to go with that. There's a micronutrient chart to go with that. And there's tons of resources that if you want to really like work on the 5 steps that I mentioned, this the Academy this month in particular is a place for you. Okay? So thanks again. I'll link the Academy up here in the details, and let me know if you have any questions. Again, the flash sale is only for the next 3 days. It's a Valentine's Day flash sale. Self-love. Talk about nourishing yourself. Self-love. This is one of the ways you can do that. Okay? Thank you, ladies, for joining, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.